Thank you for inviting me to SCOPHRA's AGM. I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you in person today. I have engagements in the Parliament and couldn't travel. I did have the chance to meet with members of SCOPHRA's board recently. They told me about the experiences of residents of mobile homes and some of the areas that you see as priorities for change. Our current commitments on mobile homes relate to the change in pitch fee uprating as part of the current housing bill, and then to review of site licensing before the end of this Parliament. However, it was useful to hear directly about how residents are affected by other issues on sites. I was aware of some of the challenges from my own constituency work and appreciate that individual situations can be challenging. I was previously a councillor for 15 years and engaged with residents on sites in East Lothian, and I know some of the challenges. It can be pretty difficult to deal with, how they deal with the local authority, how they deal with obviously the site owner themselves, so well aware of some of the issues that you're having. So I was pleased to hear about SCOPHRA's plans for awareness raising on mobile homes and for supporting residents to engage with site owners and local authorities to resolve disagreements. I want to talk a little bit around about RPI to CPI and obviously around about the detail of the legislation. In the meantime, I'm pleased to say that under the Housing Scotland Bill, which is currently under consideration by the Scottish Parliament, includes changes to the way mobile home pitch fees increases are calculated so that they can follow the Consumer Prices Index rather than the Retail Prices Index. This is something that SCOPHRA have campaigned for. The aim is to ensure that increases remain fair, appropriate and in line with the development of statistics. Over the long term, RPI is higher and more volatile than CPI, so changing the legislation means pitch fees are likely to increase more slowly than they would have done. As SCOPHRA has highlighted, people living in mobile homes are more likely to be older people and people with disabilities. As a result of the change, pitch fee increases will align with state pension and benefit income increases, which are both uprated by CPI. We have also included some protections for residents should a site owner trying to compensate for the loss of income as a result of that change. These protections are where a case goes to court to require the court to exclude any part of the pitch fee that has been included to compensate for financial loss as a result of the change from RPI to CPI. This sends a clear signal to site owners that doing this would not be acceptable, and to clarify that costs recharged in pitch fees as a result of registration that has come into force since the last review date are limited to the maintenance or management of the site. I want to move on a little bit talking around about the timing. The Scottish Parliament sets a timetable for the bill. Parliamentary evidence committees are currently reviewing evidence from stakeholders as part of their stage 1 consideration. We recognise that the bill will take time to complete its process. For this reason, it will allow time for change to statistical basis for uprating pitch fees to be amended by secondary legislation rather than by a bill in the future. This is so that there is a greater control over the timing of these changes. So just in conclusion, the Mobile Homes Policy Team will be able to answer any questions you have. Thank you again for the opportunity to contribute, and all the best for a successful event. I look forward to working with SCOPHRA in the future, and I look forward to hearing more about your work in the future. Thank you, have a good event.